In the isolated northern region of Death Valley lies a mystery that's puzzled scientists for decades until now. Today we're going to visit the moving rocks of the racetrack to learn what makes this place so special, why these rocks move, and how you can visit them, so stick around. Welcome back to Get Lost with Brooks. Guys, Death Valley is one of my favorite places in the American West. It's wide open, beautiful, and filled with adventure. So this week, I want to tell you about one of the cooler adventures I've been on out there, a visit to the racetrack and its mysterious moving rocks. Let's do this! The Racetrack Playa is located in the isolated northern end of the national park, 26 miles from the nearest paved road and 3.5 hours from a gas station. It's a dry lake bed of salt, silt, and clay that forms one of the flattest natural surfaces on the planet, sort of like the playa where Burning Man is hosted, except here it's just you and some alien rocks to party with. At about 3,700 feet above sea level, it's subject to extreme conditions.
Look at that beauty!
Averaging 120 degrees in the summer and 39 degrees in the winter, with winds that can gust up to 45 miles an hour.
This is fine.
I visited twice, and both times I was struck by how the racetrack expanded my consciousness. Out there, I felt small and still and in awe of the planet. The first formation you see when you arrive at the racetrack is the grandstand, an island in the sea of nothing. It's one of those things that just screams, "Come explore me!" So I did. 73 feet up, you get a great view of the playa and surrounding peaks. And you get front row seats to one of the most mysterious and slowest races around. So we've got a collision here on the racetrack. This one was coming in and just total crash. We've got our winner over there. Let's talk about these rocks. The racetrack is best known for the sailing stones, which leave long, distinct trails in the playa's surface. Most are small, but some weigh hundreds of pounds. Now, how they actually move has remained a mystery to scientists, leaving folks to speculate.
Where have these stones come from? Where are they going?
That is, until recently. In 2014, a team led by the Scripps Institution of Oceanography published a paper on what a member called the most boring experiment ever. See, the rocks don't actually move that often. In fact, they remain motionless for years, like up to a decade. So these guys set up a weather station and special GPS-embedded rocks and waited. 2 years into the experiment, something happened. And what's crazy is someone was actually there to see it with their own eyes and a time-lapse camera. It's the aliens! No, Noodles, let me explain. What you're seeing here are sheets of ice moving with the wind and nudging the stones across the playa. Crazy, right? So why had no one seen this before? Well, it turns out that for these guys to start their engines, it takes a super rare combination of events. First, the playa needs to fill with water, deep enough for ice to form, but shallow enough for the rocks to be exposed. Then, a thin layer needs to freeze overnight and get broken into large panels by the morning sun. And finally, with a gentle breeze, the panels of ice need to get blown and shove the stones across the muddy playa surface. So what you're saying is it's not the aliens? No, Noodles. By the way, it is totally okay to walk out onto the playa to explore them when it's dry. Just don't walk out when it's wet and never ever drive out onto it. Now, maybe you're thinking, these rocks are crazy, bro. How do I go see them? I'm glad you asked. There are several ways to get to the racetrack, and the easiest is to start at Furnace Creek, where most people begin their Death Valley road trip. But if you aren't most people, I suggest you start from the north via Eureka Dunes. It's way cooler, and I made a video about it last week. It's linked here and in the description. And if you really want a challenge, try Lippincott Road. I have a video on that as well. and it is not for the faint of heart. But let's say you're coming from this direction here. It's actually super easy, although there are 3 challenges you will face. Number 1 is washboard road. Number 2 are the sharp stones along the way, and number 3 is lack of infrastructure. Washboard is the wave pattern that occurs on a gravel road, making your car bounce a lot, especially when you go fast and have lots of air in your tires like this.
This is now how my life is.
To tackle these, you gotta have plenty of ground clearance under your car and maybe some thicker tires. It's also good to have a full-size spare tire and the tools and know-how to install it. These sharp stones cause flats for people. I never had a problem, except for that one time I was doing 60 on the rocks and then hit a bump, but that was totally worth it. The last challenge is infrastructure. When I visited last, there was a porta potty and nothing else. There is a campsite at the southern end of the valley with flat terrain, a fire barrel, and relative shelter from the wind. But you gotta bring your own water, food, and shade, and be prepared to pack out what you pack in. All right, you guys, this was awesome. Thanks for sticking around and learning about the mysterious moving rocks of Death Valley with me. I'm a new YouTuber, so I would love your feedback. Let me know in the comments what you liked about this video or what you want to see more of next time. I especially want to know, are you more likely to visit the racetrack after watching this video? Let me know, guys, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Now, I want to see you next time, so smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss out on another adventure. If you made it this far, what up, dude? I think you're gonna like some of my other videos that I made about Death Valley, so be sure to check them out as well. All right, guys, that's it for this week. I will see you next time. Yeah, I kind of feel like I want to keep my teapot.
You have a teapot?
Nope.
Oh.
Energy! Energy! Gods of video production, lend me your energy. Warmed up. Who's warmed up? I'm warmed up.